where Qui-Gon stood near the door to the galley alongside the large metal briefcase that was their cargo. The Jedi Master gently grinned.
Trouble on approach.
I wasn't even in the right galaxy.
I promise you'll make at least one friend before we reach Coruscant, Obi-Wan.
Qui-Gon craned his neck to look around the compartment, which contained far more riders than seats.
I would say it's mathematically impossible not to.
Often in the past, Qui-Gon had encouraged his Padawan to use the quieter moments on their journeys to get to know people, to connect with them. It wasn't that the young man had problems making friends. Obi-Wan had a natural ability in that regard. But the structures that turned younglings into Jedi Knights also tended to isolate them, and that could give them the wrong idea about their places in the galaxy. That was why Qui-Gon often chose commercial transport, such as the inaccurately named Regal Zephyr, one of a dwindling number of passenger vessels serving the Utmian Payball, once a key route leading from the Slice to Coruscant. A seemingly endless flight aboard a ship that smelled like a trash compactor was both humble and humbling. Automatic doors opened on Qui-Gon's right. He and Obi-Wan watched as a haggard man entered from the galley, carrying a squirming child in each arm. Ignoring the two Jedi as he trudged past, the man approached the woman Obi-Wan had spoken with. After passing a toddler to her, he displayed a single food pouch, one of the meager rations offered by the galley concessionaire. The reunited family looked exhausted, but also hungry. They tore into the pouch and emptied it in seconds. Qui-Gon walked down the aisle and approached the young parents. He drew a pair of tokens from the folds of his cloak and got their attention.
Pardon me, you dropped your meal vouchers.
Oh, those aren't mine,
the man said, eyeing him.
I just used our last one.
Then these must have stuck to your shoe. Easy to believe around here.
He looked to the hungry children and back to their parents.
Please, they shouldn't go to waste.
The wary mother stared for a moment before taking the tokens. She rose. Daughter on her hip, she trotted off to the galley. Qui-Gon retreated to his previous station. Obi-Wan smirked. We'll be skipping breakfast then.
You wouldn't have enjoyed it.
You're probably right. He surveyed the surly faces around the cabin. I'm afraid I lack the common touch, Master.
There's that phrase again.
Qui-Gon shook his head.
Every being is your better, Obi-Wan. Remember that, and service becomes second nature.
I never tire of hearing that one. Obi-Wan spied another open seat, nearer to where the two Jedi stood. He straightened. Back into the fray?
Try a bit more energy this time. The galley's out of calf.
Done. Qui-Gon watched as his apprentice gamely stepped over and sat beside a large, huddled figure. The Jedi Master had seen him earlier, a massive member of the Hook species, with leathery blue skin and no apparent ears or nose. None of that was visible now, as he was wrapped in a cape and cowl. Odd choices, given the warmth in the cabin. Checking quickly to ensure that the Hook wasn't asleep, Obi-Wan adopted an antic smile and addressed the passenger. Hello there. Beady yellow eyes went wide. The bruiser growled and abruptly rose to his towering height. The Hook threw off his cloak to reveal a blaster holstered to his chest. Obi-Wan's eyes widened. If you wanted to be left alone, you only had to say so. Quiet! The muscular Hook turned to face the rest of the cabin and shouted, Now! Two more cloaked passengers